So, welcome back to the Canada Specialist Program series. Lovely to have Laura back with us today, your local representative for Quebec. Laura, over to you.
Thank you, Charlie. Charlie has mentioned that I've been on the CSP program before. So I think it was about this time last year. So I'm sure the webinar is back on there. And the first time I jumped on, I just gave a bit of a brief overview of Quebec. So please do look back at that. Today I'll just be giving you a quick Quebec refresher, giving you some top selling tips, some useful resources, and a highlight of some of our regions as well. So first of all, why Quebec? So we are the largest province in Canada. So we're made up of over 20 regions that are literally just waiting to be discovered. We know that Montreal probably is the most popular in the UK, followed by Quebec City, but we have tons of other regions which honestly are just hidden gems. So on this map here, we are the area that's highlighted in white, and actually our regions go above this map as well. So we are quite large. Just what makes us unique, really. So within our regions, we have vibrant cities. So we have Montreal, we have Gatineau, which is literally just across the river from Ottawa in Ontario. We have Quebec City, we have Charlevoix as well. And all of these regions, they all host plenty of festivals all year round. We also have culture and living history. So we have 11 Indigenous nations all over Quebec, and they invite our travellers to discover really authentic experiences. And then we have our great outdoors, which is nothing short of spectacular either. So think of seaplanes, think of hiking, biking, kayaking, you name it. You can literally do anything, and summer is perfect for just that. We also have local flavours. So from cheeses in Charlevoix to duck in Lake Brom, so much of the cuisine is sourced from Quebec. So the cuisine is really simply varied, and it's really delicious. We also have the St. Lawrence River. It's a majestic river that literally turns into the sea, and it's the gateway to whale watching in Tadoussac and Gaspésie. We also neighbour Ontario, so we make a really great twin centre. We connect with domestic flights, but we also connect via the Via Rail. And if you're not sure of it, it's a train that literally links from the west of Canada all the way through to the east as well. So it's perfect if you've got any travellers that are doing coast to coast, or perhaps you've got just some clients that are just traveling in the East Coast. And again, you're able to connect quite easily from Ontario through to Montreal and then on to Quebec City. We're also just a 7.5 hour flight. So we're not short haul, we're not long haul. We like to say that we're mid haul. And this makes our vibrant cities so easy to visit over a really long weekend. But if you've got longer, a tour of our really popular regions along the scenic St. Lawrence River is also perfect for that. So just from here, I just want to show you some useful resources, which I'm not sure if too many of you are aware of. They're really great to use. So the first one is just our website. It's simply bonjourquebec.com. It's at the bottom of the slide here. And on here, you can find everything from brochures and tourist guides to what to do and prepare your visit. It's got useful information on here, the best time to come, good to know before you go, any sort of customs information that you've got. It's got a really helpful map of Quebec, and it's really interactive as well. So you can literally just pick out, if you've got a client just going to Montreal, it'll pick out some nice things that you can do in Montreal as well. You can plan your trip on there, and we've really got some nice itineraries on there as well. Which is amazing. So please do have a look at those. They just range from 2 days to 5 days to even longer. So just some really nice inspiration on there. So please do have a look. On there as well, you can also find our media kit. It's right at the bottom of our website. So if you do need any images for any of the social channels, it's super easy to go on there and download them. Just coming on to Hablo, I'm not sure if many of you are on Hablo already, but if you haven't even heard of it, it is a B2B platform. It's just designed for travel agents for B2B. It's a bit of Facebook meets LinkedIn in that sense. So you can join, it's free. You can follow different destinations. You can follow us. You can enter incentives. You can watch webinars. You can do all sorts of things. So I really do encourage you to go on there and have a look. And definitely follow us if you're not already. Recently, we found that when we do webinars like these, we only have 12 minutes, and it's simply not enough time to cover every region that we have in Quebec. So what we've done is we've just launched, 10, 12-minute webinars where we just focus just 10 minutes on Montreal, just 10 minutes on Quebec City, Charlevoix, Saguenay, Authentic Quebec, and CPAC as well, and just so many of the others. So please do go on there because they are incredible, especially if you just want snippets of information. You've got someone interested in going to Saguenay, but you don't know too much about it. Please, they are designed for you. So also, if you want the raw files, just let us know and we're able to send those to you as well, if, for instance, any reason you're not able to be on Hablo. We've got some super resources on there as well. So yeah, grateful if you can have a look at them. And then just really recently, Quebec City is a region of ours, but Quebec City have also launched their own academy. And this is a training website. We have lots of different modules on there, and you can subscribe, enter, do all the modules, and then at the end of it, you get a Quebec City pass, which is great because it means that you're able to use that for yourself if and when you travel to Quebec City. So really recommend doing it, and I think you get a nice certificate at the end of it as well. The link to this is just at the bottom here, Academy Quebec City. We don't have too much time today, but I thought I'd just go into a bit more detail about Montreal and Quebec City. For those of you that don't know too much about Montreal, Montreal is actually considered the cosmopolitan capital of Quebec. It is the largest French-speaking city in North America, and Montreal is a major metropole. It's made up of lots of several small neighborhoods, such as, you've got Little Italy, and they have their own unique atmosphere, architecture, and diversity as well. Montreal also has a mix of old world heritage and modern skyscrapers. So it's actually renowned for its energy and its joie de vivre. Parks abound from that, though. You also have Montreal Park to Parc des Îles, which is actually home to the Canadian Grand Prix. And throughout the year, you can actually ride your bike around it. It's completely open to the public. You can drive around it. The last time I was in Quebec, I was actually able to touch the finishing line, as I'm a massive Formula One fan anyway, which is quite fun. But definitely something to look out for and visit. Montreal is also well known for its festivals, and it also is home to the world famous Montreal International Jazz Festival, which is a Canada signature experience in itself, and it livens up the city in July. Montreal alone hosts 75 outstanding festivals throughout the year and loads of cultural events as well. So make sure if you do have any of your clients traveling to Montreal that you check out our website, visitmontreal.com, because on there they'll list exactly what's going on so you can't miss out on anything. And a lot of the time, a lot of these festivals are free as well. So, they can suit people of all budgets. Within the city, we also have Quartier des Spectacles, and this is an entertainment district where you've got 1 kilometre of just 80 venues that are literally just dedicated to entertainment. So think of Montreal as the home of entertainment and festivals and fun. And then from the north to the south of Montreal, it's only 4 kilometres, so it makes the city perfectly walkable. And then, as well as being the bubbly city that doesn't sleep, Montreal also has its very own mountain called Mount Royal that reigns over the downtown core. And Mount Royal is Montreal's very own central park, and it has an amazing forest which is nestled in the heart of the city. You've got breathtaking views, which you can see sort of in this image up here, if you can see my mouse. Yeah, again, you've got breathtaking views, and actually they have a rule in Montreal that to preserve the landscapes, that no building can actually be higher than the peak of Mount Royal Park, and that basically ensures that the city doesn't become like a skyscraping jungle. Another must-see in Montreal is Old Montreal and Old Port, and this really boasts French, British, and Indigenous heritage. So the city is actually steeped in history, yet it's sure to charm you. The area is constantly reinventing itself with new activities every year, and they emerge on the century-old streets. Here you've got beautiful, quaint cobblestones. You've got local restaurants and bars as well. So it's a really nice area if you really want to discover the old Montreal as well. And then just off from that, you have the Old Port as well. And I should put a picture on here for you next time. But here you've got the MTL zip line, which is great for families. You can zip line down across the Old Port. If you're brave enough to do that, I definitely wasn't. It looked quite high. but it's great for families. You've also got a lovely family area down there as well. So you've got a massive shipwreck so kids can run about. You've also got a parade of local artisan shops, pop-up shops and stuff. So that's quite nice to do down there. And then, of course, you've got the big top. And this is where Cirque du Soleil comes every year and they showcase their new theme, their new show. And then come the winter, it then moves out and then it makes way for the Igloo Fest. And that's an electric festival as well. So another festival. But definitely have a look at Montreal's website, where you can see what's going on at different times of the year. They're really great for popping on there exactly what's going on. Sorry, it's all the talking. And then I also just wanted to mention at the top of the slide as well, here, you can see this is Notre Dame. And this is a really cool experience in Montreal. I'd really recommend. They have a night show every year. It's called Aura. Every year, every day, this is on. And I can't even describe it. You're not allowed to take any pictures or videos when you're in there, but it doesn't cost too much to go in. I think it's only about a 45-minute show. And it's really, honestly, that it's very, I can't even explain it. It's so quiet when you're in the cathedral, and there's lights moving everywhere, and it's beautiful, and it's telling a story. And some people come out and they have different experiences of what they thought that meant and interpretations. So really recommend, if you've got anyone going, definitely go to the Aura show. Then just coming on to Quebec City. Now, Quebec City is a cradle of French civilization in North America. The old Quebec is one of only 2 fortified cities in North America, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage City. So it's going to charm you with its old European modern setting. And a walk through these streets is like a walk back in time. So here you've got festivals such as the celebration of French Canadian heritage. You've got Les Fêtes de la Nouvelle France, another festival, and this is one that happens in the summer as well. Come the winter, you've got Quebec Winter Carnival, and this is both are Canada's signature experiences and definitely events not to be missed. So in Quebec City, we also have the Summer Festival every year, which I just mentioned, and this is on the Plains of Abraham. And it's Canada's largest outdoor music event with over 300 shows over 11 days. Last year, I believe they had Pitbull. This year, I don't know. I don't think they've announced the lineup yet. The event is usually in early July, and I don't know if they've released the dates for that one yet. Anyway, back to Quebec City. I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, back to Quebec City. It's also home to the very famous Chateau Frontenac, which you can see in this image here, in this one here. Now, Chateau Frontenac, if you haven't heard of it before, it's the world's most photographed hotel in the world, with or without a filter. And Chateau Frontenac is an absolute must-see. It overlooks the St. Lawrence River. It's part of the Fairmont Group. And the building first opened in 1893. It's currently got 170 hotel rooms, and it's been around for over 200 years. So it's a really stunning, charming property. Many famous people have made the Chateau Frontenac their residence during their time in Quebec City, from Queen Elizabeth II to Celine Dion, and many more as well. Today, it's undergone a multi-million-dollar refurbishment and really repositions itself as one of the world's leading hotels. Another hotspot in Quebec City is Palace Royale, where you'll find a mix of French, British, Indigenous, and North American influences. So within Old Quebec, again, it can be discovered by strolling through small cobblestone streets. It's a historic area, but it's not outdated. You can shop there, you can take gourmet breaks. It's perfectly romantic in the winter, but it's just as great to visit in the summer as well. It was actually in Quebec City that the city was first founded, and through its images as well of Palace Royale, you might also recognise it for being famous for filmmakers' backdrops as well. From here, you can go from the lower town to the upper town by climbing the Castelcoe staircase. I really thoroughly recommend doing a walking tour when you're in Quebec City. There's so much history, and just a walking tour the guide will just point out everything there is you need to know, especially if you're only there for a few days. We also have the Montmorency Falls, which you can see in this image here. So the impressive Montmorency Falls is a really stunning waterfall. It's actually 30 meters taller than Niagara Falls. So you can just imagine how tall it is as well. By car or public transport, the excursion is well worth it. So lots of steps to do as well, but you've got a zip line and a gondola that you can take right to the top as well. Very finally, because I think Charlie's about to tell me to stop talking, we have a Nordic spa as well in Quebec City. So it's really not too far, especially if you're staying at Chateau Frontenac or somewhere nearby. You can get an Uber to this, and this is an amazing day out. And I know in the UK, we definitely don't have Nordic spas like this. So it's a really amazing experience. Um, I don't think we have too much time to talk about anything else, but I hope that's helpful. And if you do want to know any more information or you want more sessions, then please check out Hablo because we've got an amazing webinar series on there. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Yes, amazing that you do have those other webinars to watch. I also just found the one that you did last year, and it was June last year, so a bit more than a year. It's been a
Oh,
quick year,
okay.
hey, Laura?
Yeah, it's been
Doesn't
quick.
doesn't feel like it was that long ago. So that was a different update to the one Laura did today. So also that
Yeah,
recording is in the CSP webinar library if you want to check that one out as well. But thank you, Laura. I know
thank you.
it's never long enough when you have an entire province or a city or anything, really. It is just to make sure that you know who your contacts are, you know where to find more resources, and it's, that little bit of teaser. And for people like Jules, who's been in the chat box, thanks, Jules. It's a good reminder if you've just been to the destination recently and you get to see all the pictures of the places that you've just been to, which is also really lovely. So thank you.
Amazing.